Hello everybody, welcome to the Smart Student channel. C is simple. So in the previous video, we have already seen about the installation of the developer C++ software. Let us come across the important basics of the C language, so which will be really very useful for us before introducing into the programming language of C. The C language has been discovered by a famous personality called as Dennis Ritchie in the year of 1972 in the AT&T Bell Laboratories, I can say. Before going to explain about the basics, there is an important point that we have to note down is nothing but the classification of the computer languages. I can say the languages has been classified into three types. So basically, I can say it as a low-level language or middle-level language, and finally high-level language. I can say. So low-level language is also called as a binary level language or a machine language. This is the only language understandable by the computer. It doesn't understand any other languages, etc. Binary. So the word letter bi represents two, that is zeros and ones. Imagine if your program source code might be looked like this: triple one, double zero, double zero, double zero, triple one, like this, so and so, like this. Say that, for example, if your source code might be appeared like this, will it be possible to understand by us? It is not at all understandable by a human. So that we have updated to the middle level language, I can say. In the middle level language, it's nothing but an assembly level language. Here, this language involves the writing of the source codes using some of the pseudocodes, or I can say it as a mnemonics. So we have to use add command for addition of two operands or three, four operands, I can say. So I can say it as a mov command. So for moving from an object from one variable to the another area, I can say. So involving of these type of mnemonics will be allowed in the case of the middle level language. But as I already told you that the computer doesn't understand any other language except the machine level language. So that we have updated to the assembly language because of our understandability, because we cannot write the source code using these ones and zeros. So the mediator is nothing but assembler. In the assembler converts the middle level language into low level language, I can say. So the best examples for the assemblers, I can say, it's nothing but a MASM. That's it. And after that, when you go for the high level language, the best example for the high level language is a C language, can we say, because it is a language where we can write the source codes using simple English. So here also some restrictions for the syntactical restrictions might be there. There is a high flexibility for writing the source codes because of the usage of the simple English. So this high level language can also not understandable by the computer. So again, a mediator to convert this a high level language into the machine level language, I can say. So here we can take the help of a compiler or interpreter, I can say, because in the case of the compiler or interpreter, so both does the same job of converting the high level language into a low level language or a binary level language. But there's a small difference we have to observe between a compiler and interpreter. A compiler completely checks for the errors. For example, if you write a source code, if there is zero errors, then only your compiler will completely converts your source code into the binary level language. Otherwise, it doesn't go for converting. Whereas in the case of the interpreter, so it goes for line by line checking. If your source code consists of three errors, the first error located at the second line, the second error located at the fifth line, the third error located at the eighth line. Immediately after facing of the first error, this interpreter and it reports an error saying that error might be located at some position or some location or some line number. It will show some details of that. That's it. The primary difference between the compiler and interpreter is this one. And the examples for the compilers is nothing but GCC compiler, I can say, a Turbo C++ compiler. So this we can also call it as an IDE, or sometimes we refer to it also as compiler. So next, after that, the coming to the interpreter, I can say the examples like languages such as a MATLAB. This comes under this one. See you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.